Well, well, well. Who do you see on
Mm.
your screen?
Who y'all see?
Who y'all see? Oh, you're not looking at the screen. Oh, you in the car again? You in the car? Okay, do what you got to do. Real hustle, side hustle, everyday hustle, daily hustle. Do it. We ain't
Come
gonna stop
on.
you for this raised voices. Yes,
We
yes,
here.
yes. We're back. We promised we would be, and we are people of our word.
Absolutely.
So here we are. Find us on YouTube, Raised Voices. Find us on
Hmm.
iHeartRadio. You can even find us on Twitter because we're up there as of today. Tweet, tweet.
Come, come on, somebody. Tweet,
I'm
tweet,
trying to
tweet.
tell you. Tweet, tweet. Yes, some people still use Twitter. Why are you guys being judgmental? I might be one of them. I ain't going to tell you for real.
Right. It's not like it's an ancient practice or anything.
Right. Okay, tweet, tweet. So we are on Twitter as well. And you guys know we are on Spotify, not only the audio platform part of it, but we have video there as well for podcasting. So we're in the podcasting realm there as well. So we're
Yes, yeah.
back, and you know what we do, and you know where we're from, Hudson Valley. Yes, it's a local
Yes.
podcast, but it's not only for the locals, but those are the people that we're asking to engage with us now on the now
Yes.
journey, the current journey. But that does not
Yes.
mean if you're in a different state or in the city that you can't reach out. Come on and touch somebody. Touch us. We'll take it. It's all right. We can do virtual touch. We don't need a mask. No, we don't. COVID is still real. Okay, don't come at me for that comment. I had it a
Yeah.
couple
And
of
we got
times.
kids, so maybe wear the
And I
mask.
got it a couple of times. So it's real for me. So
Hmm.
listen, we just want wherever you're listening from, please just do us a tiny favor. Subscribe, like, comment, reach out, email, and all of those and is an additional action. Share. Please share. Please
Yes.
share. That's all the pleading
Yes.
you're gonna get from us. That was it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we,
We
we ain't gonna beg
growing.
y'all now.
No, ma'am. We're still growing. From the last episode to now, we're still growing. So, guys, you know what we're doing here. We're on personal development journeys. Yes, you heard
Yes.
us. Journeys. Miss Sounds got her own. I've got mine. And then we are collaborating
Yes.
on what we're calling our accountability partner journey. What does that mean for us? If we're going to talk about it, we have to first do the work. We have to see
Hmm.
each other doing the work. She my witness.
I'll be seeing stuff.
She
Good
my
stuff though.
witness.
Good stuff.
Y'all be out here don't got a buddy system or a witness for your actions. Oh, you don't want one. So sorry. I want one because I'm trying to do good things. I'm trying to do
Oh,
good things.
you don't want nobody in your business. You sometimes you need a little somebody to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Keep you accountable. It's important.
Don't come up
Please.
with no fake witnesses. If you're doing good things and you have a couple witnesses, oh, you all right. Your case gonna get dropped.
You can be your own witness now
Woo!
because you bias. Okay.
Hey, hey, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. Personal
Yeah.
journeys, doing accountability partnering. Yes,
Hmm.
together apart with other people in our community, in our professions as well, in our actual homes. We're doing the work because
Hmm.
it's necessary. And we've come to a place where we want to do it. And so we're doing it, daggone it. Yes, we are. We're
Yes, we
doing it.
are.
Okay. So we want you to join us in focusing on living your life, not our lives. Oh, we got it over here. Your life. Try to live it with simplicity, with a focus. And it could just be one focus of
Mm.
creating ongoing intentional proactivity. That's where we are. I have something that I want to give you as homework.
Oh,
Mm.
I love homework. Well, some homework.
But what is the definition of our type of homework?
Okay.
It
Let's
is the
define it.
inner work that we're asking you to do, the inner reflections, the inner questioning of yourself, the investigation. No, she ain't telling me I'm a detective.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes.
You be detecting other people's lives.
And when you say you say
I'm
we.
shy. If you see the video, you know what I'm doing.
let's
Oh, you can
look,
still
we,
see me. Oh my goodness. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, investigating. And
yeah.
and here's the other big one, investing. What is that? Take time to educate myself. Take time to
Mm.
know better, to do better, but to know better first. Can't do better till I know better. And so that's the homework. I want you to think about the inner work inside you, the individual, and then the inside work, which is the physical work in your home. So there's an inner work and an inside work. And that's the homework. And if you want to use a tool of the rise and fall that we've done in the previous episodes, and that we will do yet again today as your
Yes.
starting point, do that. And then please email us. We want to hear about it. Azalee,
Yeah.
Azelee 777 at gmail.com. That's where we're at. Miss Sounds, what were we doing? I just started with too much already.
No, it's necessary, okay? As our partners in this journey and those that are just coming in for the snacks are joining us, it's important for them to know our house rules up front. So it's not too much. But our disclaimer for any of you that may be wondering, we are not medical practitioners, licensed therapists, or counselors. We are just two women that are part of communities that live real lives with real people. And we're just sharing our experiences and we're just reflecting on those experiences with you guys. And so if you need to seek those things, please feel free to do that. Because we want you to take care of the whole self.
Yes.
On our part, we want to own the fact that some of these conversations that we have could possibly trigger people that are listening. Depending on where you are in your wellness journey, it can be hard to kind of hear some things. So if you feel triggered by anything that was said or anything that you're hearing as you're listening, feel free to take care of yourself, step away, turn it off, either decide to come back when you're ready, or you could just say, you know what, I'm gonna wait for the next episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Absolutely. Please do
yeah,
that. Please do that.
yeah.
When we say we care, we're not saying that. It took us many years to be able to say that authentically.
Yes, yes.
We care, and we don't have to know who you are. I need you all to take that point real serious. We don't
Yes.
have to know. We
We
didn't know
don't.
all of our ancestors and our forefathers, but we respect what they did to get us here. Same for
Absolutely.
you. We just needed to tell you that. Same for you. We don't know. We don't have to know you by name. We don't have to have shaken hands or shook hands with you or collaborated with you. We're collaborating with you now, whether we know who you are or not. Okay. So
Absolutely. And it's important on this slow and steady journey to start putting into practice listening to your body, right? Listening to what it's telling you, because your emotions are information, your mental state is information, and it might be telling you it's a little bit too strong right now. Let's pull back a little bit. And so if you can only listen in pieces, do that. If you can only listen to the parts where we kikiing and joking,
do it.
just do that. Just do that.
We know we're funny. It took us a long time to get to be laughing out loud. We started with smiles. Hey, we laughing
Cheese.
now.
Yes. We started out with the Colgate sponsorship. Cheese.
Yes.
We are not currently sponsored by Colgate.
Not yet. Hey, y'all see I'm learning? Yeah. Accountability partner is still in the building. She's teaching me. She's like,
Yes.
keep blocking your blessings, lady over here. They're going to hear
Regina.
about us eventually. We're speaking that into existence, and they might
Amen.
come over here and say, let's talk. Miss Sal's teaching me. Y'all see? Y'all better
You know,
applaud right
you
now.
you better speak that thing sometimes. You know, Listerine might be listening.
You got 10 seconds to applaud. Oh, we having fun.
Yes.
Y'all know.
Yes. But Azali, we are going to jump right into our discussion for today. Can you tell us what topic? What are we talking about today?
Wow. So the short version of the topic is nesting and vision. And I know most women may know what nesting is because there are many moms in the world internationally, and they've heard this in different ways, right? The larger topic that we're going to talk about, and we will define the aspect of nesting and vision that we would like to attempt to tackle. We don't have it all, right? These are things we've been investigating. Is the nesting period for birthing mothers the same as the visionary state of an ambitious, didn't say lazy. Ooh, oh, she name calling. Lazy is an adjective. It's in the I didn't do anything wrong. So is the nesting period for the birthing mothers or mother the same as the visionary state of mind, state of process, state of being, state of thinking, state of creating, the same as or of an ambitious man? Ooh, it's big. We know it's a football stadium. That's why we said we probably only gonna get to like 2 chairs on the left side.
Yes. We're gonna kick field goals and stuff like that. See, I don't know too much about football. That's the thing.
Bring it on, because the man in the room
what is
said,
going on?
Thank you, ladies.
I don't know what is going on. Why did they tackle that man on 34 yards? Right. Still trying to figure out what happened at the Super Bowl.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And all I know about the football and the tackling, I'm praying that man has no concussion and can still invest in his children's future. See, I am no good. I am not the one to watch football. Call Miss Sounds for that support. I am limited in that capacity.
We hope he could still have a conversation after that.
Exactly. I'm praying that the man remembered to put money in his 529s. Oh yeah, the college fund investment accounts. I'm gonna get to that story. Yeah, okay.
That's she good for that. She good for that for sure.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Okay, I'm here praying. It sounds is really looking at the technical aspect of why that was critical or not, and if that was helpful to the team.
Right. What process can we put in place so that doesn't happen again? What technology can we put in that helmet?
I'm telling you. So how does this topic lead into our famous word of the day? Like we do like the word of the day because we chew on these, like for real. And this helps us to do our homework. Like, so you're not the only one getting homework. We have it ourselves. So it's a big topic. We understand. But here is the word of the day that we're going to try to talk a little bit about using the topic that we introduced. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I'm going to let it sit. Okay. Ooh, that was the timeout. How do those two connect? But we're going to start with the word of the day, and then we're going to go into the topic. And here is the aspect from which we're going to try to have a meaningful conversation on those two things. There is a concept that we're working on called Touching Tuesday. And what it is that we have found that many of the people we dialogue with, Monday is a tough day for them in their lives, whether it's the work day, getting the family ready, whatever it is, Monday just seems to be a struggle for most. And so we have two frames that we will talk about at another time, but one is maintaining Monday, the things I need to do to turn Monday around so that it is a good day for me. And then we have this thing of after Monday, touching Tuesday. What does touching Tuesday mean? It means the work I did on Monday I need to give myself credit for it and try to maintain much of it on that Tuesday. Not all, but much
Mm-hmm.
of it that was beneficial, touching Tuesday. And so, with that concept of touching Tuesday, it's a state of mind that what I did well the day before, I'm going to try to carry that, birth that into some of the next day. State of mind, that nesting, that visionary man that can
Mm-hmm.
see from yesterday to tomorrow what needs to be done. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So that's where we're going with that. It's state of mind, touching Tuesday. I don't have it all together, but I'm leaning into Tuesday as if I am already going to be successful. I'm going to start Tuesday with some good stuff from the day before. So that is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to talk about it from that aspect, starting with the word of the day and trying to connect that back to the topic of nesting and vision. So Miss Sal's going to drive this for us. I'm going to sit back in the back seat. Backseat driver.
All right. So, given that we just read the word of the day, I'll read it one more time just so y'all can hear it again. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Yes.
Okay. So, for me, I feel like definitions are important. So, when we use the word genius, I mean, it means there's a common understanding of what genius means. We often know it as someone who is exceptionally intelligent.
Oh, yes.
But there is also a part of genius that that characterizes someone as exceptionally creative,
Yes.
right? Um, Someone who has just out of this world mastery, natural mastery in something that takes someone else longer to actually understand or wrap their heads around.
Oh, yes.
Um, so this idea that genius is 1% inspiration, um, I look at it as there is a small part of uh being a genius that has a small but heavy part. So I don't think it's 1% is not like this is the weakest part of being a genius
Right.
or being like a exceptional creative. It's a heavy 1% that has to do with the natural gifting that was breathed into you. When I think about inspiration, I think about it as breathing in.
Wow.
Right? There was something that you breathed in, that naturally was given to you. It was
Yes.
naturally given to you, and you breathed it in, and it became a part of who you are.
Yes. I agree with
But
that. With
yeah.
the inspiration, know that it's different for everyone in terms of the source. And the reason why I want to make such a basic statement is this. Even as parents, we often say to our children, "Oh, you should know how to do that. You see me doing it." And we think we should be the inspiration for that catalytic change for
Mm.
them, right? You see me. Mom has taught you, dad has shown you how to do this, how to do that, how to do well in school, how to study, how to be a great athlete. We're there. We speak into your life. We think
Mm-hmm.
that inspiration should be 99%. We really do. We're like, "Oh, we've told you, we've shown you, be it. Be genius, son."
Yeah, that's what
Right?
we be thinking.
And we're on the
Mm-hmm.
other side saying, yes, inspiration matters, motivation matters. Our conversation is to inspire. But what we have said is do some work before you come join this conversation, this community, this tribe, this
Mm-hmm.
circle, because we should be a 1% inspiration that we have said enough here in that 1% that sparks you enough to recognize your own genius. It's the best way I
Yes.
can say it.
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
you've done the work, the 99% perspiration, the sweat, the tears. Oh my goodness. The drills, the
Mm.
prayers, all of that, the running, the stopping, the thinking, the all of that. 99%. You've done that. And now you worked up a good sweat. You got that one last iota of push. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when inspiration should come to tilt you over for you to say, aha, I've arrived. I'm a genius. I did the
Mm.
work. And now I found that 1% that confirms, not creates, but confirms. Oh, I got something here. Miss
Mm.
Sounds, do you think I'm trying to capture from what I hear you
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
doing my homework. See that?
I agree. You know what's so interesting? Because what you said, 100% I agree that there is more work to be done. Natural gifting, natural talent is just it's a heavy part of the heavy lifting of it. It's not, but it's not the majority of the work you'll be doing, which is
Yes.
the 99% perspiration. But I think it's also interesting that while it says 1% inspiration, and then the opposite of inspiration though is expiration,
Woo.
is releasing toxins, it's death. Expiration means death,
Yes.
right? And I find it very interesting that the quote says 99% perspiration, because the process of perspiration is filtering out toxins.
Yes.
And so majority of your work is going to be filtering. There's good in you. Good was already established in you. You are
Mhm.
inherently good, but there's work to filter out the toxins from who you really are,
Woo.
right? You get to see your genius once the perspiration continues.
Yes.
And not only does it remove toxins, but perspiration cools you down,
Yes.
right? It brings you back to the state of calm again. It
Slow
brings
and
your
steady.
body slow and
Right.
steady. It brings your
Y'all be,
body
yeah, y'all be
back.
mad.
Yes.
Y'all be mad because we want to go fast all the time, every day, all day. Some of us. And then some of
Yes.
us,
Some of
we
us.
don't want to go at all. I don't, we can't work with that one.
Yeah, the
You got to go a little
stagnant.
bit, did a little bit, did a little bit, little bit. Because if you don't,
Yeah.
y'all know the doctor be looking at you like, some functions are not operating
As
correctly.
they should.
We
Yeah.
need to investigate. Why you gotta wait? Now go to the doctor when you need to. Don't
Oh,
play with
please
yourself
go to the
here.
doctor. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But you know what I mean in what I'm about to say. Physician, heal thyself. Do what you know to do when you know to do it. And don't always have to wait to go to who you deem as the professional to start the work. Now they might need to help you finish it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because they went to school, baby.
Yeah, go to the big guns. What? Right?
Yeah.
However, we're seeing that no work is not good, just like too much work is not good.
Yes. Yes. So we do want to be in this state of owning that you're not a hot mess. Like your inherent value is not hot mess. It is not terrible and destructive. Your
Or
inherent
bad. We
or
say we
bad.
have bad kids. I don't like that. Y'all don't want y'all back.
Mm.
Drop them off at Auntie Lee's house.
Sally's house.
You gonna be banging down my door to get that child back because there are rules and structures at Auntie Lee's house. You're gonna be like, "Oh, I I dropped off a baby, but you gave me back a mature person." Hey, because I'm mature, mature. I told
Mm,
y'all. I told y'all I was mature, mature.
yes.
So, what we're saying for you is that to you is that you are a genius. You just don't know it yet. This is not to
Yes.
say genius don't have no work to do. It is to say they work differently.
They work differently. Ooh.
So you right there. Oh, yeah, you watching me? Eyebrows raised and everything. Okay? Looking at me through
Mm,
these little sliver eyes because you're like, what's she talking about? You are a genius. you. Yes, you.
Yes. Yes.
You're just waiting for that 1% inspiration to confirm, not create. It's already in there, babe.
It's in there.
It's
Oh,
time for you to
I
get
just
rid
had
of
a
the toxin.
thought.
Go
I just
ahead,
had a
give the
thought.
thought.
Because yes, we gotta get rid of the toxins, but we are all, you know how I just thought about we're all geniuses in our own right because we are the only ones that are potential experts in our life experience.
Go
Like
ahead.
no one can be live your life for you. No one knows what I had to come through in my life. It might be similar, but we
Yes.
don't have the same experience. So you are the end goal is to become to see yourself as the genius of your life experience. But that comes with the purging, the removal of toxins, the regulation, the balance restored back into your body so you could see yourself clearly.
Oh, yes. And please do not hear us say that geniuses can do it alone. We did not say that.
Ooh,
We did not imply that. I'm so
no.
sorry if you heard that. I remove it.
Yeah,
Hey,
we didn't. Mm-mm.
remove it. Okay. If you're of a certain age, you can use whiteout. I know you still got some in your basement.
I know you still got one from sixth grade.
I'm trying to tell you, if you're of a
Throw
certain
that out though.
age, are we going to say the seasoned, mature people? You know, you still
Yes.
got whiteout.
You
And so white that
yeah.
out. The rest of
Yeah.
y'all who like to delete, just hit backspace or delete.
Yes. The
Okay.
computer people
That's
just
not because,
backspace,
yeah,
backspace.
it's not what we
Mm-hmm.
said.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you something, the people for Apple and Microsoft and all those people you love, they have a team behind of them so
Mm-hmm.
they can show up in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
They did not do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now she yelling at me.
It's called the Genius Bar,
Ooh,
actually.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. We just want to make sure we're careful with these conversations. And we just want you to know we did not say if you have figured out, if you have confirmed yourself that you are genius today, don't take on the world alone. It's not what we said. We're still talking about community, collaboration,
Yes.
tribing with your tribe, lifing with your life, and asking for help where you need the help. That's all.
Yes. Because some of that perspiration is when you have the right people around you pushing you to
Yes.
your potential. Like they see something in you and they're like, come on up a little higher. Come on up a little higher. You can handle it. Right. So it's not done in isolation. We said that in our first episode. We
Yeah.
don't do this work in isolation. We don't get to know ourselves fully in isolation.
Not at
We do
all.
it together. Yeah.
Not at all. Before we
Yeah.
dig into the definition, I just want to stop and welcome all of our current raised listeners. You are the RLs. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Keep figuring out if we fit you. That's okay. That's okay. You gonna
Yeah.
figure it out. You gonna figure it out if we fit you. And then
Yes.
you're going to subscribe. Yes, you are. I know you are. I didn't I tell you I was gonna believe it for you till you I be listening to my own self-talk. How dare I?
Yes.
Dare I listen and be accountable to myself? Oh
To
my goodness.
yourself.
Oh my goodness.
That
And
yeah.
then our journey partner rises. JPS, I see y'all. Thank y'all so much. We have had some comments. We have had people. We have a good following on Spotify. Thank y'all for bookmarking us and putting us in favorites and all of that. Doom, 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 doom.
That's right.
We
I know
appreciate
that's right.
you. Thank you so very much for what you're doing. We appreciate you, and we're going to go slow and steady. And we want to continue to ask you to spread the word. Okay? It's a simple ask. You have time. I know you were scrolling right there on the phone in Walmart. How do I
I
know?
saw you.
A lot of people do it.
Because I just did that. I was near the grape section. I was doing that.
But
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see you. I just see it projecting my little tail. I'm just projecting on you. But I'm just saying, please share, spread the word, whatever you do, whether you do it on social media, word of mouth, whether you're an email person and you just got a whole bunch of people on email that you're partnering with, send them an email with the links. You guys know where we are: YouTube,
Yeah.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, and now on Twitter. And watch it, because y'all know by next week I'm gonna tell y'all 2 other places we're gonna be on. But I do not tell you till I've done the work.
Come
Oi,
on.
oi, oi, oi. I got to do the work first. I can't make the announcement yet. So I just want you guys to please continue to share. We're building an open community that's going to engage in conversations that are necessary now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Azali, should we dive into this conversation? Because
Yeah, let's define it. Define it.
yes, we started talking about nesting, and we're talking about we're putting that alongside this idea of visionaries and vision when it comes to men that have vision.
Yes.
And we have been having these conversations with each other first, and this is in real time, but we be talking about this is this inspiration from a conversation we've already had
Oh,
in
yes.
our real lives.
Yes.
But we see so many parallels between these two like occurrences in nesting and developing your vision. So let's define nesting,
Yes.
because if you are um, not every woman is a birthing mother, right? And so this term may not you may not know the definition of it, but for those that have birth children, you know that nesting is this period of time right before the baby's about to come.
Oh, yes.
You done been waddling and waddling,
Oh, yeah.
waddling and waddling, waddling. You can't see your feet.
Nope.
Okay, you can't.
It
You
there. Can't see them.
your nose is out to here. It's
Oh, my
just
goodness. Full platform. Who won? Olympic, USA, Lady Lee.
exactly. Um, you're getting to that time where something is about to be birthed. Your baby's about to be born, and you get into this state of wanting to organize and put things in place and plan and clean things and build things. And you get into this state, it's almost like you get into a trance a bit. You know, you're just next thing, okay, I gotta get ready for this baby. And it's very intrinsic, like it's very natural. It comes from this the mother-child connection, the hormones that create that bond kind of propel the body to move in that space to prepare for this life that they're going to care for. And then we have vision, which is vision planning, which is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So there are similarities in the two because both instances have an end goal. There's something that they want to see on the other side. There's something they're waiting to see on the other
Yes.
side. The mother
Yeah.
is waiting
Yeah.
to see her baby that
Yeah.
she has worked to carry and develop in her body.
Yeah.
And the visionary is waiting to see his dreams come to fruition.
Yeah. There's an
Right.
inner
And they're
push, and they can't, when it's extremely strong, because you
Mhm.
believe that what you will receive on the end is greater than what you have now.
Come
It's
on.
hard to stop it, pause it, or turn it off. You
Mhm.
almost get into a frenzy about it. There is
Mhm.
this automatic green light, go, 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 go. And everyone's looking at you
Yes.
like, sit, sit, stop, stop, stop. And
Mhm.
you cannot
Okay.
understand that. You don't you don't understand how they can't see. You don't you see what I'm about to do or get? I, I mean, you can be Y'all know those of you who have been physical moms, because there is two sides to the birthing.
Yes.
You
Yes,
get a
yes,
bit
yes.
offended.
Yes.
And some of the very calm, dignified, elegant women might get an attitude. It's not their fault. I promise you. You
Yes.
know that your lady boo is calm, but baby, she carrying a baby. And and this push, this not light bulb, but a switch that happens to her, and you're looking like, whoa, where my lady love go?
Yes.
She
New
don't know
person. Who
either.
that? Yeah.
She don't
Who
know
this?
either, right? She don't know.
She doesn't know. She don't know why she decided to to just clean the whole entire room and build the crib herself. She don't know.
Right. Right. And you're looking like, don't shut me out. I'm here. It's my baby too. She don't mean anything. Sorry. We sorry. She don't mean anything. It's a Hercules that has taken over her body in this trigger.
Mm,
And then
my
she's like,
God.
I could build us a house in 9 months. Watch me.
Watch me build this car from scratch and put the car seat together myself.
Bam. And the poor husband, boyfriend saying, please don't do that. I don't need you to hurt yourself. I'm waiting for my legacy to come too. I'm involved too. Please forgive her.
Grace. Just give grace.
Please forgive her. But it's also on the other side to say, the kings, you know what makes you a king. The kings, when they're visionaries, they have the same push. And so it is important to have these conversations because you see that your husband, boyfriend, partner to be, he just going nonstop and he say it's for the family, but he leaving the family. And it is hard to deal with that.
Mm.
Investigate a little bit more before you just like annihilate. Because
Yeah.
he has the same thing too. A visionary has, wow, it's this thing that has already pushed inside, and it's hard for them to stop it, slow it down, or pause it. So, Miss Sounds, what do you think about that analogy? So I just say have some more conversation with baby boo, hubby, Mr. King.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I see so much parallel in both experiences. There is going to be an instance where you feel misunderstood as the person nesting or the person with the vision. The closest people to you sometimes won't understand, right?
No,
But because it's that thing is living in you,
Woo.
you're providing the life for that thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? You got the vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are charged with the responsibility to build it, right? And so there might be some side eye a little bit, like, girl,
Eh,
you okay? You okay, girl? Or, oh, dude, you good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? But I think on both ends, grace needs to be given because there is a level of grace and humility. There's that part of humility that says, I don't fully understand what's
yeah,
going on in you,
yeah.
but because I know who you are
Hey,
and I trust what is being developed in you, I gotta let my hands up on this one, right?
yes,
I gotta let you find your flow in
yes,
this thing, right?
yes.
And that brings me to this idea of flow. And this is something that I'm like, it clicked for me because in our past episodes, we've been talking about mental wellness and
Woo.
how mental wellness is a state, right, that you can access. But it's many states that you can access, not
Oh,
just one.
yes.
Wellness is not the only, like, wellness is not just the state of good feelings and feeling at peace and regulated.
No.
Wellness can also be like not well. like wellness is an umbrella for how well you're doing
Oh,
or
yes.
how not well you're doing, right? And so different states can be accessed. And one of the states that I realized that our body can naturally access, this is a positive psychology term, is called flow.
Wow.
And flow is a state, it's actually a mental state where you are fully immersed in what you're doing. You are appropriately challenged and engaged with what you're doing. And so in flow, this is amazing when I learned this. With flow, you might see from the outside that the person is going, and they need to slow down.
Right.
But when someone is in flow, the body naturally puts them in a slow and steady pace.
In an
It'll
internal synchronized
internal.
pattern that cannot be seen externally. Am I hearing you?
Yes.
I want to
You
touch it.
can't see it on the outside. You see me building the mamaroo and the bouncer over there or whatever.
Right.
But my body is slowly, internally, I am moving slow and steadily because what I am engaging in
Yes.
fits the skill level that I have, the capacity I have right now to do this aligns with what it needs to be done.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
And
Let's park there
my
for a
body,
second.
okay, let's park. Okay, let's park.
Because I mean, that was a whole glacier. I mean, that was bigger than the snow New York City got. No. And
I know, right?
we got hit. Um, yeah, I don't want to, oh, I want to slow you down. Look at that. Pun
Okay.
intended. However, that is such a big thing right there. I want to take a slice of that pie
Let's do it.
because I'm gonna confess, I told you guys I was misdiagnosing people based on their response to me or a situation they were in with no certification, no degree, because I was assuming that all bad behavior, based on how my culture taught me, all bad behavior can be controlled and not let out, and people should know how to do that. So that's the old confession. But now listening to you, Miss Sounds, the other thing is this. I often have people tell me, "Oh my gosh, you just your energy is just so high, it's just so much. I wish I could bottle it and do it." But inside, the volcanic eruption they see on the outside, I don't feel on the inside. I feel like I'm cruising in on the lazy river in a canoe. I'm not even rowing, baby. The oars are in the
Exactly.
boat, and I'm just chillaxing. You heard me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they're looking like, well, how do you have the energy to do it? And I'm like, I just do it.
Yes.
So imagine how many folks, based on this concept and theory of flow that we have along our lifespan so far,
Mm-hmm.
misdiagnose hyper energy. We're not talking about
Mm-hmm.
clinical or medical. We're not talking about clinical or
We're
medical.
not. Yeah.
That's
No,
different.
we're not talking
That
about.
is
That's
real.
different.
That does happen. And that's a different conversation that we will not be having here. But how many
Yeah.
people have we misdiagnosed that we think they're doing too much? You're too much. You're doing too much. You're too much. And inside of them might not be a too much happening, but it might be their slow and steady pace. And we're like, child, slow down. And we do
Yes.
that with children a lot. So I think the reason why I wanted to park the car for a moment here, we got to investigate this further. I got to
Yeah.
go back and do some
Your
homework now.
yeah. Well, your body will tell you when you are in a state of flow, um, or it'll tell you when you're doing too much.
Mm.
Like it will give you information that you're doing too much. You will get burnt out real quick if you are doing the most, right? But when people are in a state of flow, no matter if you have high energy or it doesn't present like it presents outwardly like, ooh, that's a lot. Your body's taking care of you. And let me tell you some things that I learned recently. There are actual chemicals in your body. Again, we ain't getting medical and stuff like that, but
No,
these are
we're
things
not.
that I read.
Investigation, research,
Yes.
learning, and still processing. Just want y'all
And
to know.
still processing it. The body is it's amazing. It's amazing in a lot of ways because when you're in a state of flow where you have the capacity to do the skill that you are actually trying to do. Your body takes care of you in so many ways. One of the ways that it does that is by giving you a blissful chemical, which reduces your anxiety, meaning it causes you to not jump too far ahead, but
Mm.
stay in the zone, right? Next step, next step, next step. That's what it literally regulates you to stay in the slow and steady pace. It also gives you a dopamine hit. And we know what dopamine is like the feel
Y'all
good
know.
hormone.
Look at them. Oh,
So
did
you
you
ain't
just
you're
turn the
not
podcast off? We didn't say anything wrong. Y'all know that word be showing up in Google search. So stop it. Listen,
yes.
but I want to connect back
Yeah, sure.
here, Miss Sounds, before you tell us the next tidbit. I'm gonna be careful with what I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna own this on my own. I was
Okay.
born soon. There was nobody attached to me when I came out
Sure.
of my mama's. Okay, the birthing part. So
Yeah.
y'all don't misdiagnose me again. I believe that some folks that either proclaim themselves as or have been titled as workaholics, may have a flow mechanism that allows some of us not to understand that everything they do is not of a poverty mindset,
Ooh.
but an internal synchronized clock and system that they're in tune with. That's just Azali. Don't come for me. I'm thinking in the moment.
Yeah. We like to give blanket terms like workaholic to everyone that we see doing a lot. But even in misdiagnosing, like you talked about with when it comes to mental conditions, we are misdiagnosing people's characters. Like
Yes.
we are misdiagnosing what's actually going on in people, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's not that you're a workaholic, but you just got more flow going on in there. You
Oh,
have more capacity to handle more things and uh, and have this already a system
yes.
in place that can do multiple things, give the time and attention to one thing and know when it's time to stop, move on to the next thing. Time to stop, move to the next thing. And maybe you just have capacity to do more, but that doesn't take away from someone who has the capacity to just do one thing for the day,
Correct.
right? Which is different.
Correct. And our access and us activating our access. Because how do I know I have access? I have to have some pre-knowledge that I actually can try this thing.
Yes.
And that's either an internal work that answers or gives you permission, or external work or factors or influence that tells you can try to access a thing before you go for it.
Yes.
So that's what we're talking about. So if I was to connect this back to even physical growth, our children, as they're growing, their internal DNA makeup determines the growth level. This is not something they have to activate. It is activated internally because that system is built to do what it's going to do based on the DNA profile of that child or that human being.
Yeah.
And so it's that we're just connecting it to a similar thing to say that if you grow slowly, nothing wrong with that. Do you know, especially with boys, they look like they're not growing and then they hit puberty and you're like, what happened to the child? The child is a giant man now. And it's crazy. It can happen in front of you with your own children, where you think your child, especially with boys, they're slowly growing, right? And you're like, oh, yes, my kid can wear the same clothes for 3 years.
Right.
Then they get to middle school. And every 6 months, you're like, you're going to have to get a job, baby. I love you, but hello. They're growing out of their clothes, especially boys, because they get more active. They're playing sports. They're perspiring, moving some stuff out of the way of the body. Yes. The DNA kicks in and say, oh, time to grow. We lost some stuff, some baggage, some stuff. We're cleaning out. Now we got to grow up. And so their flow has kicked in to overdrive. and they can't turn it off. They didn't need to
Mm-mm.
access it. The body knew when to activate the access and make this thing happen. I'm going to behave. I'm going to sit down on my hands now.
Ooh, this is this is so good. This is so good. There is a time when flow kicks in.
Talk to us.
And there's a time when flow kicks in when the body understands that you have the capacity to do that thing and you don't stay in flow forever.
Ooh,
You
talk
can't
to me. I
the
was like
flow.
in the flow. I wanted it forever. Why are you gonna do that?
Yo,
Don't take away my options.
flow can last from 30 minutes to a few hours,
Ah,
right? And you get kicked out of flow. You can't forever be in a state of being active. Your capacity to know whether this is flow or poverty mindset that is making, like we talked about poverty mindset,
yes,
there's anxiety that, oh, I'm gonna be broke. So
right.
I gotta work, 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 work. The difference between someone that is in a state of flow
Mm-hmm.
and working from fear and anxiety is their capacity to step away.
Oh, what you talking over? They tell me about the capacity and or ability to step away. What? Talk
The
what?
extent to which you can rest from work
Mm-hmm.
and listen to your body when it says, all right, we out of flow now. We good. Come back tomorrow. The
Wow.
extent to which you can rest is the extent to which you know that you're operating in a state of flow and
Yeah.
not a state of anxiety. Anxiety will push past the feeling of, hey, stop, you might stop, 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 stop. The
Right.
anxiety that rises up will be like, no, 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 I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be out here with nothing. I don't want to be out here a failure. Right.
Yeah.
I push past, and that leads to burnout.
So anxiety then puts rest, the physical rest, mental, psychological, emotional rest, it puts it in the cellar, and you don't like to go down to the cellar.
Mm-mm.
But you need what's down in the cellar because it's not in
You
any
need
other
it.
part of the house. But
Exactly.
anxiety locks the door to the
Yeah.
cellar or the basement, the place that you're like, oh man, to go down there is going to take a lot. But the
Yes.
rest that I need is down there. And anxiety does that, where flow allows you to know at this moment we need a power nap. We sure do. We need a little
We
siesta right
we need
now.
to step away from this. Yes. Because
Yes.
the intent of flow is so that you can offer your best self to the skill you're doing. So you need to rest so you
Yes.
could come back with fresh eyes, fresh perspective. You need to be able to engage in ordinary things outside of flow. Flow is an extraordinary state. Dare
Ooh,
I say a supernatural state? I feel like
yes.
you're
A
not here.
genius state.
A
A
genius
genius
state,
state. A visionary state.
higher, a
Look at
visionary
that.
state.
So
You're
it's
not
both
here.
in nesting and it's also in visionary, that they know they have the capability and ability to rest so that they can work again, to rest, to work again, to produce their best selves, which they can then represent around the clock. Oh, let's just let them think about that.
Come on, somebody.
If y'all are making food, it's time to turn it, or turn the fire low. Simmer.
Yes.
Hey.
You
Listen,
need,
right here, I
yeah.
want us to park the car for a moment. Let me introduce to you. This is what I'm going to call an RC, which is a raised challenge. I'm throwing in an
Mm.
RC, raised challenge. What is a raised challenge? Raised challenge is a question that you have to do work on and then come back and share what you will about it. Here is a raised question for today. The RC moment for today is, do you know how to flow for yourself?
Mm.
Oh, I didn't say for the children. Oh, I didn't say for the church. Did she just attack? I did not say for the community at large, and I did not say for family. I said, do you know how to flow for yourself? RC, that's a raised challenge. You got to do the work, come back, either write a comment or email us with that. We want to know who else is in touch or getting in touch with themselves on this flow idea. I think it's a good one to have the RC, the raised challenge on. It's a big one. What is our final flow information before we go into our rise and fall, Miss Sounds? Because I don't want to give them too much. I want them to come back.
Yeah, we can.
I believe in teasers.
We can say more. Yes.
Not in dating. I'm not going to even start with y'all. Don't tease me in no dating. Come with kingship.
Yes.
That's all. I'm going to leave that.
I feel like what my kind of wrap up statements on this conversation of flow is, you have to understand that flow is for you and comes from you. It needs to be balanced. So in order to do flow healthily and achieve this mental state and mental wellness healthily, you need a balance between extraordinary and ordinary living.
For those in the car, Lady Lee is clapping. That's when you do when they hit a home run. At least in my world.
You need a balance because your body knows how to shift gears between extraordinary, supernatural, and natural. And so I think that there's a lesson in flow, that all good things in moderation, in balance.
So. Got us out here working these streets. No.
So to the visionary and to the birthing mother, there is nothing wrong with the natural inclination to be in a state of flow, to be heavily involved, heavily present, heavily mindful in what you're doing. There is a moment, though, that you have to check in with yourself and say, do I need to just shift to ordinary now?
Yes.
How can I rest? I need a rest.
Yes. Listen, I got to do a shout out for the birthing mothers that did not have physical children, but who are taking care of the physical child that they did not birth, but they're birthing them by being a motivation. And they're also birthing them by making sure that their everyday needs are met, that they're loved. I mean, and there's a big shout out for foster moms out there. Listen, I plan to become one of y'all. Y'all gonna let me in the club? It's on the list. Yes.
Can I go to the party?
I want in. But I want to shout you guys out because we're saying the word birthing, but we're not doing it as one classification. Absolutely. And we just don't want to not mention that. Foster mamas, I love y'all, especially the ones that are doing a good job because they actually love the children. And we know you're not rewarded financially well in most cases if you have multiple children. But we know your love. Oh my gosh. I mean, can you make a perfume? I need a spritzer because I've seen them in the community and they're amazing and their heart is so big. So foster moms, we love y'all. Grandmamas.
Mommies, yes.
Oh, them grandmama who is raising their children. And you are a seasoned, mature lady and man, and you had to go back to stage one. Oh my gosh.
And mothers that have mothers that have bonus children, stepmoms, those kinds of things.
Bonus children, blended families. You think we can't love you? Watch us. I said it. Watch us love you.
Azali, one thing too is that we are also not saying that women don't have vision, right?
Oh no,
women are
not doing
visionaries as well. Yeah, like men have vision, women have vision too. And so when we're talking about the visionary, we're talking about birthing motif. It is all connected to both men and women in some way.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so to kind of tidy that up a bit, we wanted to target nesting on one side for the women and visionary on the side of the men, to say this. When you are looking at couples in partnership, whether they're in the premarital state, dating, engaged, or married, and you always think like, oh, that guy, he just visionary. I don't know what the wife is doing. And you see her over there raising the babies and carrying the babies. We want you to know that they're equally doing their part and their work. So that's what we were trying to do. We were trying
Absolutely.
to couple that. Don't judge. Just hold on.
You know.
Let's hold on. Let's just see the
Yeah.
thing come to fruition, and your life might be blessed, and you might be motivated to find
Mm-hmm.
your genius. Because let me tell you something. She's doing work. She's a visionary in the fact that she's going the 9-month mile. Should her body allow her, okay, to bring her vision
Absolutely.
to fruition. So don't think she's
Absolutely.
not a visionary in that way. And then the man that you see out there, that you might see him
Mm.
cleaning cars, but you do not know that this man is at home creating a business that is going to be the landing page for the legacy of his family. Don't judge that man, please don't. So we were really trying
Yeah.
to have a tidy way of just looking at couples and people in partnership and saying,
Mm.
hey, you see this one over here doing this and this one, and you think it's not a balance, or you think that there's not power or great influence in both. You're mistaken. Chill out, relax. Okay,
Calm down.
you could borrow my canoe and just go down the lazy river without the oar for a minute, and then you'll see the water, the beautiful waterfall at the end.
Yeah. At the end, yes.
Don't go over the waterfall.
Yeah. This was good. Okay. I don't know if you got your entire life with this conversation like I did, but
I
I did.
needed it. I needed a power up moment.
Mm.
I had sort of lockdown in my mind, some challenges from yesterday that bled over into today. Um,
Mm.
but I got my power up. I'm good.
Mm.
Thank
Awesome.
y'all. Thank y'all. Hey,
That was a
this
that was
was
a
a
little mini
sit.
health
This
check-in.
was a sit up therapy session.
Oh my goodness. Again, like thank you guys for listening and listening in. We hate to end this discussion because it's so good, but we just got to give y'all 80%, right? Because then we're gonna give y'all another 80% in the next episode.
That's how we do it. You see, our math works. Don't play.
It's gonna total up to what it's supposed to be. But we gotta move on to our final segment, guys. I love it. It's bittersweet. I hate that it's ending, but I love that this shows that we have an opportunity to come back with more. Our ending segment is called Rise and Fall. If you have not watched the episodes we have put out, please go back to episode 1 and watch
Get it
and
together.
reflect and get it together, y'all. It's good stuff out there. We do this thing at the end of every discussion where we talk about our ending reflections based on our conversation, and we put them into 2 categories. One category is rise, which is what did I hear today that, man, that really is impactful. That's something I will take with me, that I will continue to let rise in my life. And then the fall part is what did I once believe coming into this conversation, but after hearing this and engaging and listening and all the things, I got to work to get that out of my life. I got to do some work to really unlearn that. Um, I'm gonna throw it to you, Azali,
Yeah,
first,
let's
and I'll
do it.
jump in right after. Yeah.
So my rise is gonna be short today. Oh, y'all didn't think I could be short? I am. More on that. So my rise is to remember to power up and slow down and find the necessary influence between those two. So my power up was talking everything out today with Miss Sounds, where you guys were listening in without permission. I was able to work through some things in my mind that was a residue from a not so great experience yesterday. And today, and after this power up conversation, I can let it go. I'm fine. I don't have to be in the fight of it. It's okay. I am okay. I'm okay. It's good. And so, and the slow down is to still continue today to give myself more time to process any remaining stint of that. But with the purpose of saying, oh, you're good, you're fine, you're safe, you're fine, all is well. So that's my rise, is to do that. And my fall, which is equally connected, I don't have to fight any battles today. I just need to be me and be okay with that today. So the fall is not fighting the battles. Just chill out, relax. It's okay.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so good. One thing that I will let rise today after the conversation is that presence is important. Being present to the current moment is important. And I live in a body that supports that. It has the natural ability to support me being present. And it gives me information to when I am not being present and when I am in the past or going to the future too fast, right? There are regulatory processes that help me to be in the here and now. There are senses and things that are a part of who I am that allow me to take in, breathe in, touch, see. On Touching Tuesday, see what is actually what is going on in my space. And so I wanted to let that rise and lean more into that. When I feel myself heading into overwhelm or burnout, I know that I'm not living present in that moment. I know that I am moving too fast. And I know that I'm not here. I'm somewhere, but I'm not here. So I would let that rise. And then what I would let fall is this belief that extraordinary and ordinary can't coexist. They can coexist.
Oh boy, she plays football, don't she? Hey, she don't just watch it. Boom! It was that a tackle?
I'm a quarterback in my head.
I got the word right tackle. Look, I'm trying to learn over here. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm a quarterback in my head, right? But blue 42.
Is there a team out there of all women?
Oh, hello.
Let us join.
Let us know. But to be extraordinary involved, like extraordinary includes the word ordinary.
Yes.
Right? Like it they can coexist. I can work or become or move toward a higher level of processing, thinking, being in the world, and also engage in very regular, ordinary things.
So extraordinary for us, so that you know, because I want to bring it to the simpler person to connect with what Miss Sound is saying. I just had a quick thought. I told you guys we're doing this in real time. So if we interrupt each other, we still got love for each other and it's cool. Like we're not being rude. But when you said extraordinary, it just kind of hurt in my spirit, where we don't want to leave out that person who says, but I ain't got no big things to do. I'm just in a little simple town, chilling out. There's not much resources here. There's not much going on. Here's what your extraordinary is. If you're phenomenal at taking care of that family, making sure that their meal tastes well and they are nourished so they can go out there and do what you can't, that's an extraordinary. Why? Because you care. Oh, you think caring was automatic? No, ma'am. No, sir. Caring should be automatic. It is not. So you're doing extraordinary with what you have. Yes. So we just, we don't want to, I just kind of heard that in my spirit to be careful to acknowledge those who feel like,
Absolutely.
I don't really know we're special. Ain't nothing going on here. We don't have the resources. We don't have the visibility.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Let me tell you something. You're doing great. You take your child to the playground and you're doing those social skill building and everything with that child. Extraordinary. I said it. You are extraordinary. You're the person in your community that when the elders and the seniors have no family, you're showing up or you're calling them and you're being there for them. Extraordinary. You ain't got to do it, but something in your spirit, in your life, in yourself says, you can do it, so go do it. Extraordinary. We're not leaving you out. I
Yes.
don't know.
Doing
I'm just going to
doing
celebrate the people.
no, honestly, I in the way I was describing it, and you've added another perspective, it's honestly just it's nothing like it doesn't necessarily have to be this life-changing thing where you're talking to millions of people on a stage. It is doing really ordinary things very well. Going back to our quote about the genius does very ordinary things,
Yes.
very extraordinary. They do it very well.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that is to say, everybody in what you're doing right now, your now
Yes.
self, what you put your hands to, what you lend your skills to, what you lend your know-how, your technical ability to. It could be small, it can be large. Whatever you're doing,
Oh,
do
yes.
it well. Do
Oh,
it well.
yes.
And that's what extraordinary means.
Yes.
Doing whatever you have ordinarily well.
Absolutely. All
Yeah,
right. Because you are a
absolutely.
champion. You are a
Yes.
riser and you
Yes.
raise up good things because you can.
Yes.
And we love you.
Absolutely.
We love you, love you for that. So
Yeah.
where's our wrap? What our closing? What is the invitation on the journey, Miss
Well,
Sound?
first and foremost, like we just inviting y'all to the casa over and over again. Y'all don't want to subscribe? Subscribe. 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 Don't just take our snacks. That's not nice. Subscribe to Raise Voices on all your favorite podcast platforms, specifically the ones we're on. Again, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and we're on YouTube as well. So please subscribe. Um, we are on this journey of growth, resilience, and celebration.
Oh yes.
And we just thank you guys for being on the journey with us. We are living this out in real time, reflecting on this in real time. And so thank you for the grace that you're extending as
Woo-hoo.
we're learning and we're growing slow and steady. So please, we welcome you to be a part of our community. We also welcome you to tell us in the comments, what is your rise and your fall
What is
after
it?
today's
Yes.
conversation?
What is it? What is it? I'm
What is it?
curious.
I want to
Curiosity is
talk
a
to
part of
y'all.
my genius, right? So yes, I'm curious. That's not gonna go away.
Yes, yes. Together, I think we can redefine what's possible, one empowering conversation at a time. Join us,
Oh, she
please.
believe it.
I believe that thing in my soul,
Yeah.
okay?
Y'all hear every time she say it, that's because she believe it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
y'all
do.
didn't know that? Oh,
I
come on
do.
and get into the conversation. She believed that thing. That's why she says it. And like we always say,
Absolutely.
until next time, remember that your potential is limitless. Please dream big, dream deep, and dream wide. Why? Because if you don't do it, ain't nobody else can take your spot to do it. And we need it. Oh, you didn't think so? Oh, we do.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to dream big. And remember that your growth is boundless. As far as you can dream it, and
Mm-hmm.
you're willing to take the good steps to get to it, you're unstoppable. Oh, you didn't hear that? Oh, yes, you are. You are. Don't fight with me. Just accept it. Accept it. You are. Did you start? I told you I ain't
Yes.
gonna fight with you. I'm gonna say it till you believe it. Stay inspired. Stay inspired. Find it. Stay empowered and keep thriving. Level above surviving. You gotta survive. Build some levels above that
Mm-hmm.
or a level.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with one level, a couple of staircases. right? So have an
Yeah.
upper level in your mental capacity and mental dreaming so that surviving doesn't kill you
Mm.
or stifle you or cause you to
Oof.
settle, right? So little tidbits, just build it, build that upper floor to the mansion that you are creating. What do they need to remember, Miss Sounds?
Y'all remember to raise your voice, to edify, build up,
Yeah.
inspire, empower, please. Even if you have the capacity to what Azali?
Annihilate, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Walk
No, 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 no,
away
no,
from the annihilation. Be cool, stay in
no.
school. You know, be good and be kind to yourself, especially today. Why? We're asking. That was it. That's as deep and profound. We're just asking you to be especially kind to
Yes,
you today. That's what we're asking. That's what we're asking.
that's it.
That was it. Oh, you were looking for more? No, we just
Mm-mm.
wanted to ask you.
That's all we got.
How are we gonna end, Miss
All
L?
right, because we did a 1, 2, 3 countdown last time. I
It was
think it
okay,
was
but
time.
we gonna keep changing it up because we just feel like it. It's real time. Oh, y'all gonna believe it's real time. You're gonna catch it.
It's real time. But we like to end our broadcast with one word. Let's use our minds to see when we're going to do it at the same time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We
Have a
gonna get
good
it.
week.
We
Yeah.
gonna get it. It's all
Right.
right. It's real time. Listen, we want you to have a safe and brilliant day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're recording this on Friday, so it is a weekend. Weekend. Use your weekend wisely. I didn't say not to have fun,
Mm.
but you want to come back and maintain Monday. Ooh, weekend choices can impact Monday maintenance. I'm not starting with you. I'm ending. Stop it.
That's
I'm
it.
ending. See you all the futurizers. Come on back and please share. That's it. Listen, we
That's
out of
it.
here. Go do the weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.